Hi guys, and welcome back to Real Talk with Steph. Today on Real Talk with Steph, I want to talk to you about ways that we can help curb your appetite when you're feeling stressed or suffering from anxiety. Now, Bill Phillips, an entrepreneur and author in America, once said that food is the most widely abused anti-anxiety drug and exercise is the most potent yet underutilized antidepressant. Now, do you think that is to take into account for Australians? Now, according to the World Health Organization, Australia is in the top 20 countries with adults who are overweight. And on top of that, apparently 1 in 4 adults is currently obese, and that number is going to rise, which is quite scary. So, if food is a vice for other emotions that we're dealing with, what are ways that we can curb our appetite so that we don't reach for food in those situations? Well, I'm going to go through a few today. Tip number 1 is that we need to find alternatives to food for when we're suffering from an episode or anxiety or wanting to eat because we're feeling crappy. When we want to reach for food or we want to binge, we need to remove ourselves from the situation and do other things like exercise, meditating, or other activities that are going to keep your mind off wanting to eat food. Tip number 2 is to stay hydrated by drinking water. A lot of the time we think we might be hungry, but we're actually thirsty. And obviously once we drink water, that is going to help with our hunger because we're not going to be dehydrated anymore. So always have water on hand. Number 3 is really important, and it's about getting busy. A lot of the time we think we're hungry, but we're generally bored. So we need to find the difference between both. And if we are bored, we just need to get out and do something that's going to keep our minds off wanting to eat food. And tip number 4, if you are someone that is going to go for high calorie junk food and things like that in a stressful situation, it's best to not have it on hand in cupboards and in the fridge at home. That way, when those situations do arise, you're not going to be reaching for them, so that hopefully that will steer clear of those cravings. Now, like everything, there is so many other ways to help with curbing our appetite, but there's also things that we might want to look at if we are using food as an alternative to dealing with the way we're feeling and stressful situations and things like that. Now, if that is someone like yourself, then what I would suggest is most probably speaking with your doctor to find out ways, even just talking about situations and how you're feeling can really help. And doctors will give you the best advice or professionals in regards to other ways and other alternatives to helping you not use food as an alternative if you're someone that might be using food to curb stressful situations or binge eating and things like that. So I hope that helped, and that was Real Talk with Steph.